My name is Ezio Auditore da Firenze. Once, I was a carefree young nobleman, living in the golden city of Florence, surrounded by art, beauty, and the love of my family. But fate, as it often does, had other plans for me. I became an assassin, a guardian of free will, and a thorn in the side of the Templars. My life has been one of vengeance, redemption, and discovery. Allow me to tell you my story. Asterisk. I was born on June 24, 1459, in Florence, the heart of the Renaissance. My father, Giovanni Auditore, was a banker and a man of great integrity. My mother, Maria, was a woman of grace and strength. I had two brothers, Federico and Petruccio, and a sister, Claudia. Life was good. I spent my days running across the rooftops of Florence, flirting with beautiful women, and getting into the occasional brawl. I was young, reckless, and full of life. But everything changed on that fateful day in 1476. My father and brothers were falsely accused of treason and executed in the Piazza della Signoria. I was forced to flee Florence with my mother and sister, leaving behind everything I knew. It was then that I discovered the truth. My father was an assassin, a member of a secret brotherhood dedicated to fighting the Templars, who sought to control humanity through manipulation and fear. With nothing left but my anger and a hidden blade, I set out on a path of vengeance. I trained under my uncle, Mario Auditore, in the Tuscan town of Monteriggioni. There, I learned the ways of the assassins, how to move in silence, strike with precision, and blend into the crowd. I also learned the creed, nothing is true, everything is permitted. It was not a call to chaos, but a reminder that the world is not as it seems, and that we must question everything. My quest for revenge took me across Italy. In Florence, I hunted down the men responsible for my family's death, including Uberto Alberti, the man who betrayed us. In Venice, I uncovered a Templar conspiracy led by Rodrigo Borgia, who would later become Pope Alexander VI. Along the way, I met allies who would become lifelong friends, Leonardo da Vinci, the brilliant artist and inventor, who upgraded my weapons and gadgets, Caterina Sforza, the fierce and cunning Countess of Forli, and Niccolò Machiavelli, the political strategist who taught me the importance of pragmatism. As I grew stronger, I realized that my fight was not just about personal vengeance. It was about something greater, the struggle for free will. The Templars sought to control humanity, to impose order through tyranny. The assassins fought to preserve freedom, to allow people to choose their own path. I began to rebuild the Assassin Brotherhood, recruiting new members and training them in the ways of the creed. In Rome, I faced my greatest challenge. Rodrigo Borgia had united the pieces of Eden, ancient artifacts of immense power, and sought to use them to control the minds of men. I confronted him in the Vatican, but I chose not to kill him. I realized that vengeance alone would not bring me peace. Instead, I left him to live with his failures, a reminder that even the most powerful men are not invincible. In the years that followed, I became the mentor of the Italian assassins. I dedicated my life to rebuilding the Brotherhood and fighting the Templars. But as I grew older, I began to question the nature of our struggle. Was it truly possible to achieve peace, or were we doomed to an endless cycle of violence? I found answers in the most unexpected places. In Constantinople, I discovered the hidden library of Altair ibn Lahad, the legendary assassin who had lived centuries before me. There, I learned the true purpose of the pieces of Eden and the ancient conflict between the assassins and Templars. I also found a message from Altair, reminding me that the fight for freedom is never truly over, but that it is a fight worth fighting. In my later years, I retired to a villa in Tuscany with my wife, Sofia Sartor, and our two children, Flavia and Marcello. I wrote my memoirs, reflecting on my life and the lessons I had learned. I realized that while I had lost much, I had also gained much, a sense of purpose, a family, and the knowledge that I had made a difference in the world. But even in retirement, I could not escape the shadow of the assassins. In 1524, I met a young man named Xiao Jun, a Chinese assassin who had come to me for guidance. I trained her, passing on the wisdom I had gained over a lifetime. It was a reminder that the fight for freedom would continue long after I was gone. The Assassin's Creed is not just a set of rules, it is a way of life. Nothing is true, everything is permitted. These words have guided me through my darkest moments and my greatest triumphs. They remind me that the world is not as it seems, that we must question everything, and that we are free to shape our own destiny. I have seen the best and worst of humanity. I have fought tyrants, saved lives, and lost loved ones. But through it all, I have remained true to the creed. I am Ezio Auditore da Firenze, and I am an assassin. My story is one of many. The assassins have existed for centuries, and our fight will continue long after I am gone. But if there's one thing I hope to leave behind, it's the belief that freedom is worth fighting for. Whether you're an assassin, a Templar, or simply a person trying to make their way in the world, remember that you have the power to choose your own path. So, amico mio, take these words to heart. Live boldly, love deeply, and never stop fighting for what you believe in. And if you ever find yourself on the rooftops of Florence, raise a glass to me, Ezio Auditore, and remember, we work in the dark to serve the light. We are assassins.